Hi Taurus, this is your horoscope for August 2017. Thank you for joining me. It's nice to be with you today. Now, the first thing that happens to you in August, or that happens astrologically, is that Uranus goes retrograde, and Uranus is in your 12th house in Aries. So, some of you will have felt that spiritually things have been a little bit chaotic or all over the place. Some of you will have made a lot of progress in terms of spirituality and progressed on your path. Now, if you're the latter, with this retrograde, the progress will slow. But if you're one of the first people who has experienced real chaos in a sense of, what am I doing? I'm all over the place, that also calms down. So things kind of calm down when it comes to your spiritual life, to the way you see yourself, the way you see the world. It's less chaotic and it's more ordered. It makes more sense. It becomes quieter and more calm. On the 7th of August, we've got a partial lunar eclipse that's also a full moon in Aquarius. And that happens in your 10th house of career. Now, I'll make separate videos on the new moon and the full moon because I'll go into a lot more depth. But for you, the full moon lunar eclipse happens in your 10th house of career, and the moon is at 11 degrees in Aquarius. And that's really a wonderful opportunity to look at what you enjoy in your personal life and what you do in your working life and what you do to help other people and what you see as your duty and what you see as making a contribution to humanity. That's really going to come under focus, and you'll be able to let go of things that are not helpful. So it's about streamlining your work and letting go of the things that you do not enjoy as much and focusing more on the part of your work, the aspect of your work that's really of service to other people and that's really humanitarian. And because this full moon is interrupted by the lunar eclipse, the effects of this last about 6 months. So you're going to be able to really become much more focused and clear about your career and what you want to do and what works for you and what doesn't. So it's not about what the company says or you being self-employed, what you've done so far. You're going to get insight into, this is a part of my work that really helps people, so I'm going to grow and expand that. And over the next 6 months, you'll have insights like that that will help you to make your business or your work more specific and more effective. From the 9th of August until the 20th, we've got a Venus and Pluto opposition. That means the two are head to head. They're opposing each other. They're going head to head. They're 180 degrees apart from each other. So they're kind of fighting with each other. Venus is in Cancer in your 3rd house. So Taurus, you may feel very emotional, especially when it comes to communication. And you may have a desire to escape all of that emotion by changing the landscape, the scenery. So, for instance, if you're in a situation and it's gone wrong and you're crying and you're not feeling good and you've had enough, it's really likely that you'll hop on a train and just go on a holiday or escape in other ways and just have a desire to escape your feelings. Now, I talked about this in the weekly horoscope, but Venus in Cancer really, it is emotional. It does sometimes feel uncomfortable communicating so openly, so emotionally, but there are real nuggets of truth in there. And those nuggets of truth are important because when you grasp those and you find them, they will help you to transform your life in the future the way you want it. So if your escapism is not the way to go during this period because the emotions are offering you something good. If you escape and you try and ignore that, that's fine. Then you don't feel your feelings and you fix your feelings by doing whatever you do. But then you don't get those gold nuggets of information which will allow you to really say, you know, actually this is what I want in my life. I actually do want to have a family, or I actually do want to get a divorce, or I actually do want to have a child. On the 12th of August, going through until the 5th of September, we've got Mercury, the planet of communication, going retrograde. And whenever Mercury is in retrograde, communication becomes more stifled and difficult. And Mercury's in Virgo, a sign it rules, so the retrograde is even stronger than usual, and it's in your 5th house of romantic relationships, children, and having fun. So from the 12th of August until the 5th of September, there may be misunderstandings in romance, there may be discord with children, there may be failed travel plans, there may be disappointments with dates, not hearing back from people, miscommunication, texts not arriving or texts not being read, messenger answers not being seen or heard or not coming through. When it comes to romance, you've got to be really careful. That's where most of the errors can occur. So don't try and complicate your romantic life. Try and keep it as simple as possible, because there is room for error. So if you're in a relationship that works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, especially during this Mercury retrograde. If you're single and dating, it's not from the 12th until the 5th, it's not the best time to go dating for you guys Tauruses. So you'll be working with that until the 21st of August, which is when the total solar eclipse, new moon in Leo, happens, and that happens in your 4th house. So again, I'll make a separate video on the full and new moons and eclipses to go into more detail, but for you guys Taurus, it happens in your 4th house, and this new moon pulls Leo energy into your 4th house. So there'll be a big desire now here at the end of the month to have fun with family and to communicate with family and to enjoy. But because it's interrupted by the eclipse, it means that for the next 6 months, you'll be able to bring in this family joy into your life and really have fun with family members, and to even have the potential to create a family unit of your own. If there's anger in you, or if you are in a relationship that is angry, or the two of you do fight, or there are arguments, there's also the possibility that aggression can become heightened, because Mars is also there in Leo, and Mars in Leo is very strong, but if you cross him, he can also be he can retaliate, and he can be very aggressive. So with that Mercury retrograde, plus the potential to be overly aggressive or blunt, again, it's not a great time to date. It's a better time to have fun with people you feel safe around and who know you. On the 26th of August, finally Venus goes into Leo as well in your 4th house, and this is even better now. Now family things become more loving, there's less conflict, there's more fun, and there's less potential for anger, because Venus and Mars, the archetypal male and female, when they come together, they create new life, new beginnings, and Leo is about fun and children and enjoying yourself when it's good, but when you take it too far, it can go into anger. So make sure that you see where you're at with that, and if there is anger, then you've got a red flag that you need to deal with. So that's what I get for you in August. I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you have any questions for me, if you'd like me to look at your birth chart and to see how these transits affect you specifically, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next month.